Hey, good morning. It's Saturday, September 30th, and we're going to do our best to solve today's New York Times crossword puzzle. I say do our best because last week had a little hiccup. We were unsuccessful and we lost our 62-day streak, and it was devastating. And the whole week has been a downer, and you know. But what do we do when we fall off the horse? We get back on. So here we are to get back on this crossword horse, I guess. Today's puzzle is constructed by Ahmed Bayumi, which is not a name I'm familiar with. Not that that means much. Had a pretty good week. I was in Steamboat Springs with my mother. We spent 4 nights out there and caught some nice foliage and stuff. Had some good meals and whatnot. Yesterday, I drove from Steamboat Springs to Denver to Boulder to Vail. I spent like 7 hours in the car, and then I went out and had a fun Friday night. And let's suffice it to say, I am not living my best life this morning. But we'll persevere. We'll move forward and do our best to solve today's puzzle. Um, Today's my buddy Stephen Botts' 50th birthday. Just want to give him a quick shout out because gonna go have a little party for him at Donovan Park later. So, anyways, I got nothing. That was a good pre-ramble though. Let's do it. Hope you had a good week, and I hope this puzzle treated you well. All right, one who's left holding the bag. Dessert with layers. I feel like there are a lot of desserts with layers, right? Like a tier cake or something, but anything with like a what do you call that? Puff pastry when they do the layering. Like roughly 1/8 of the U.S. population. Well, that's broad. Also, we've got this grid spanner, 2, 3, 4, 5 grid spanners. We've seen a lot of that lately. And this is kind of a cool looking grid. It's very blocky, and I don't know. I like it. The Haitian Revolution and the Aponte Conspiracy of 1812. Yikes. This could be a tough one. Took a hit. I'm going to say that's probably like coked some marijuana. Like drinks and injuries. Iced. Boom. Where to make one's voice heard with the. Where to make one's voice heard with the. Contemporary artist Carrie something Weems. Fleece wearer is a U. Let's see. Because I think today's going to be tough, I'm going to try and fill this in one section at a time if possible. Something system. Like water in a stream. Rapper Aubrey Graham, who's known professionally by his middle name, and that must be Drake. It's really funny that his name is Aubrey Graham. That's like Aubrey Drake Graham. I mean, that sounds like a fifth generation student at Eton or, some fancy prep school. A great fall. Left holding the bag. Well, I don't know. Something system like this seems like it should be more obvious. But we'll move on. Esther. Is it Esther Roll, I think? A word before we forget, lest we forget. Detective story. James Clavell bestseller Something Pan. I don't know. Tabbies are some kind of cats, house cats maybe. Post op persona, perhaps. Huh. Post op persona. I mean, this has got to be Her Majesty HMS, Her Majesty's Secret Service. What? Farm food would be an oat. Yeah, I feel okay about that. Sort who might be testing the waters. What was this? Press. Place is like in your stead. Rock band with the 2023 album This Stupid World. I mean, that sounds like a Blink 182 thing, but that's not it. Uh, Organization associated with interceptions. That's probably the NSA, intercepting code and messages and whatnot. Butts in. Wordle and others. Well, those are apps, right? Sherpas. Those like Asians? A pretty specific way to clue just an example of an Asian, but I think that's probably it. Isaiah Thomas. I love Isaiah Thomas, and I can never remember how to spell his name. So, like that doesn't look right, but a French word in vineyards. Is that like Grand Cru maybe? Lug. Music score abbreviation. Word on either side of two. Face to face. Toe to toe. Key to understanding ancient history. What you might use to play music on a beach. I mean, this just makes me think of a ukulele, but I don't know. Having down pat, like memorized. Remittance recipients. Oh, those are payees. All right, so 5 minutes or so. Okay on the first pass, but obviously going to need some of these downs to get these long crossers. And what is this? Something system. Something system. Like a plate system? Like the tectonic plates? Left holding the bag would be like a... Could be plate system. Water in a stream is aglow. A great fall. Hammer home. Oh, that's like your ear. It's part of your ear. Left holding the bag. Like, left holding the bag. I mean, basically, I'm trying to see if this could be a P. Holding the bag. Foodie. No. Doggy? Like a doggy bag? I don't know. Be ripe. That's like smell. And that's good misdirection because you're thinking of like a piece of ripe fruit or something. Bit of fish food. Like things typically copied and pasted rather than typed manually in messages. I want to say like a GIF, but things typically copied and pasted. Find something Nintendo minigame. Christmas Carol title starter. Christmas Carol. It's funny, like during Christmas season, you would have this on lock, but like in September, I can't think of like a single Christmas Carol. So Grams or probably like Nana's, like your grandma. What is this? A dessert with layers. Sponge, no. Map of Hawaii is an inset. What is this? A dessert with layers? Like, I mean, if that's inset, this should be pretty obvious, I would think. This is probably like Carrie May. Dessert with layers. It's not like a snow cone. Snow cone. Let's see. Oh, okay, here we go. So this would be African American, right? That's gonna help. What is this? Oh, come, all ye faithful. Start with layers. Come on, man. Copied and pasted. Find. Modern coinage for someone turned successful through their celebrity parents. I don't. Uh, I don't know. Republicans in the 1850s typically. X. Hot bed. I mean, it looks like rock or rack. Hot bed. Feudal superiors are the lords. Oh, wait a minute. I guess not. Oh, lieges. Gives, but not for good, is lends. Make light of. Would be. Suffix with pressure. So what is this? A marine biologist. So light is wrong. And the Lord said, let there be no light. Biologists. What does it make? Stand-up comedians typically are good thing to have on the record. I mean, I'm thinking like the needle, right? Like on a record, like an LP record. Umami enhancer would be MSG. MSG gets such a bad rap. I think people kind of know now that it's not the end of the world. But like, I'm about to go to Asia, and I hope that my food will have some delicious MSG in it. World War II combat initials. What is this? Post-op persona. World War II combat initials. Verbally lose it. Lash out, right? Kind of rescue search is like an air something. Certain religious ruling. A honeydew producer. Like a plant. It's just a plant. I mean, that's just kind of a melon. Inventor of the steel plow. Well, maybe apps is wrong. I don't know. I mean, inventor of the steel plow. I like kind of want to say that's John Deere. Maybe I don't know. But maybe that's totally wrong. Who knows? I know very little about the history and origins of the steel plow. This is Dear Mercy, and now sayest. This is Dear Mercy, and now fail under pressure is to like cave. Yikes! Woman's name with an accent on the fourth. So like Renee. 57 now with 50 down. Many people making downloads. Users. Is it like app users? I mean, this feels like users. And then that makes me think that this apps is definitely wrong. And plant would also be wrong. I don't know if it's app, though. It could be not that. Relative of Philly. Is that like a mare? Mayor? In the red, say, oh, a sea, like in the Red Sea. Something alert. Either side of two. Either side of two. Something alert. Title in DC. It's probably like a senator. This is probably app users, right? One who's left holding the bag. Oh, this is caste system, like in India. So the caddy holds the bag. If I were a golfer, I probably would have gotten that pretty easy. And I said a glow. It's a flow. Sure. Well, this must be like a slave dive, slave rebellion. There you go. Still don't know what this is. I mean, snow cone doesn't really work. Like dessert with layers. Oh, this is like a pellet, right? Things typically copied and oh, URLs. Find we? Find me? I don't have any idea what this. Like, is this a spumoni? I feel pretty good about all my crossers there, so probably going to fill that one in last. Where to make one's voice heard with the hills, the turn successful through their celebrity parents. So it's something baby, right? Oh, this is abolitionists. This is kind of weird. Like, I mean, obviously, this is a slavery themed puzzle. We've got that much figured out. African American slave rebellions, abolitionists. Um, but I don't know. It seems like there should be a revealer or something like to tie it all together, maybe. I don't know. Make one's voice heard with the polls. I guess that makes sense. Nepo baby. It's a hard puzzle. Detective story might be an alibi and a hotbed, a bed of rice, or your stir fry or something. And this is something pan. Post-op persona. Oh, the new me. There we go. Like I was thinking like a doctor or a nurse or something like that. But this is like more if you like had plastic surgery maybe. And rock band with the 2023 album This Stupid World. That must be Yo La Tango. Because why not make a note of, and this one's Thai pan, like what? Butts in, noses in, Wordle, and others. It could still be apps. I don't know. A lug or two lug. Could that be like an oaf maybe? Music score abbreviation. Either side of two. Oh, ashes to ashes. Again, kind of like the caddy one. It's like if I were remotely religious, I think Ashes to ashes would have been obvious. Key to understanding ancient history. Key to understanding ancient history. Oh, is it Rosetta Stone? But like, is it like the Rosetta Stone? Uh, I mean, it's definitely Rosetta Stone, right? The Rosetta Stone. Yeah, I think so. Rosetta Stone's about the coolest thing ever. I mean, just really awesome. This must be some kind of a speaker, a wireless speaker. Stay alert. There we go. Having down pat, like knowing maybe. That doesn't really look good with what I've got here though. And actually, oh, this is like a fatwa. I don't really know what that is, but that's the answer. um, I mean, I do know that it's a certain religious ruling, but beyond that, oh, Wordle must be a fad, I guess. Close you down, fella. What do we got here? Honeydew must be produced by an aphid. Lug is an ape. John Deere. There you go. All right, we did it. This is Dear Mercy, and thou. Affiliate. So that must be a cult. Title in DC is a rep, like a representative. Having down pat, adept at. Rescue search is an air sea rescue. What's this? Solo acts. And oh, I was like, I thought that was the last letter. Well, really hoping this is Spumani. Yes. 2040. Wish I'd hustled a tiny bit to get that in under 20 minutes, but hey, it's Saturday. My brain is working at half speed, and we got the job did. Well done, everyone. 2040, hard puzzle. A lot of unusual fill, a lot of difficult cluing. Um, and there is this kind of like kind of not a theme, but I mean, there's clearly a through line of some of these answers, and I don't know. I'm surprised it's not more themey. But the long answers, I mean, African American, slave rebellions, marine biologist, the Rosetta Stone, and wireless speaker. Those are all really strong grid spanning answers. I don't, not much I could criticize about those. Um, but it is interesting. Like some of these feel tied together and others don't. Because even like Rosetta Stone feels like tied to cultural history and ancestry, and in a way that wireless speaker does not. So interesting. Caddy, who's left holding the bag, I like that. Spumani, I bet it's delicious. I bet it's Italian, but my goodness, I ain't never had that, and especially crossing this "find me." I don't. That's a doozy. Really happy that was the answer because I didn't have a lot of other good guesses. 1/8 of the U.S. population is African American. Rebellions. So like, it's interesting. Like the Haitian Revolution. I mean, I think we're definitely probably as a group more familiar with that. But you need two to make it plural. I have no idea what the Aponte conspiracy of 1812 is. So, I mean, perhaps it was part of the War of 1812, but like, I don't know. Tote took a hit. Poles. Carrie Mae Weems. I feel like maybe I've heard that name, but it doesn't really do much for me. You, Esterol, Lest We Forget, Alibi, Taipan. I'm sure that I've seen this in a puzzle before and probably criticized the crap out of it. But yeah, I don't have any idea what that is. it's a bestseller, so I guess it's not like it's fair game if it's a bestseller. But House Cats, New Me, I like that one. I think that's fun. Marine biologist. This just makes me think of George Costanza on Seinfeld. Is anyone here a marine biologist? Uh, Anyways, I love that. That's one of my favorite episodes. The sea was angry that day, my friends. Anyways, I could probably just do the whole thing by memory. Stead, Yo La Tengo. I'm aware of this band, but I don't. I couldn't name you a Yo La Tango song. I don't think. NSA. We see NSA a decent amount. Noses in fads. That's interesting. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like when crosswords were invented, were they initially a fad until they became entrenched in culture and society? I don't know. Wordle, I have mixed feelings about. I do it, I do it, but I don't. I have some friends who like keep stats about it and compare, and I don't. That's I like to do it just to get my brain working in the morning. Isaiah Thomas, Grand Cru, eight. I mean, this is even knowing that this is crescendo. Like it just looks terrible here. It's just not a word or a common abbreviation. It's a doozy. Ashes to Ashes, Rosetta Stone. I guess that's at the British Museum, right? And God, so I mean, I would have seen that like more than 20 years ago. But I recently read a story about like the British Museum is looking for some items that were stolen from the British Museum, which of course is like the greatest irony ever since all of the artifacts in the museum, not all, but many of the popular artifacts are, stolen and sort of controversial that the British Museum has them. So cool museum though, man. Having all that stuff together in one place is pretty badass. Wireless speaker, adept at. That's not my fave. Pays, cast system, a flow. I mean, sure, it's a flow. It's a flowing, but no one says a flow, really. Maybe like a fly fisherman that might be like in his repertoire. But Aubrey Drake Graham, I can't get over that. That's really funny. Dive, iced ear, smell, pellet. Eh. Oh, come all ye faithful. Again, like, that just out of the context of the holiday season, that seems so odd. Nana's inset, Nepo baby. I mean, that's one of the weirdest bits of fill I can remember. I mean, nepotism, I guess, is how we get there. But like, I don't know, man. And like, what about like Michael Douglas, son of a famous film actor? Was he a Nepo baby or was he a great actor in his own right? I don't know. Abolitionists. Again, I mean, the fact that that's right there crossing these two, it feels like it's more of a through line than it is. But hotbed of rice, lieges, Asians. Again, I think this is an odd way to clue Asians. Like, I mean, yeah. So I guess Sherpas are examples of Asians, but like I don't know. That's a weird one for me. Lens, a note. I mean, the fact that we have a note, a flow, oh come, these like, I don't know, not a huge fan of that. HMS, oat, pressure, solo acts. Good thing to have on the record is a win, that's for sure. MSG, monosodium something, but I don't know what the G is. I have no idea what this is. World War II combat initials, ETO. My dad would know that. Dad, shoot me a text. Let me know what's ETO about. Lash, air, sea, rescue. That sounds like something I don't want to be the target of an air sea rescue. Fatwa, aphid, John Deere, what a guy. Seist, I say that all the time. No, I don't. Choke, Renee, users, app users, pardon me. Colt, and wow, a C, a flow, a note. That's a lot of a something. Stay alert, rep, and app users. All in all, pretty good. I mean, on a Saturday, I'm looking for something unusual. I'm looking for something that doesn't remind me of another puzzle. And this one did not remind me of another puzzle, that's for sure. Despite having, like, a bunch of common fill, there was also so much stuff here, like Spumoni, Esterol. I don't ever remember seeing that. I mean, Crescendo, for how much I don't like it, like, it is pretty distinctive. Fatwa, I mean, we've seen that before, but not a ton. This one kept me on my toes. I was never super confident about finishing it, but 20 minutes on a Saturday, like, that's a little bit harder than usual, but time wise, I mean, that's maybe a 6 or 7 out of 10 difficulty. It's not too crazy for a Saturday. So yeah, that's what we've got for today. I did a pretty significant pre-ramble, so I'm gonna try to keep my post-ramble down. Do me a favor, if you're still here, click the like button. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. It's awesome when people subscribe. It gets me all warm and fuzzy inside. And enjoy your day, enjoy your weekend. I hope you have some fun stuff planned. If by any chance you're in Vail today, come by Stephen Botts' 50th birthday party. We're going to rage at Donovan Park. So, but that's about it. That's all I got. It's possible I might try to do a Sunday solve tomorrow, but we'll see how that goes. And Botts' birthday party might preclude that. But hope you got some fun stuff planned, and I hope you'll join me again next time for another live solve of the New York Times. Thanks. Bye.